Get ready. It's time. Christina, Catherine, Lisa, Amy, and Lauren. Welcome to the Cimorelli podcast.
Hey, I'm Christina.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Amy.
I'm Lauren.
And we're Cimorelli.
And I'm Tristan, she says.
Oh, she's little.
Tristan's kind of, well, we'll see what happens. She's joining us for now in the podcast. Welcome back to
The Cimorelli podcast.
We're missing Lisa, but Tristan is replacing.
For flavor.
Tristan has replaced her, but you'll find she's a woman of not many words. So she won't be really adding much, but
Yeah.
she'll be adding the pizzazz.
She'll be adding spirit.
the flair.
For
So,
sure.
guys, today's going to be, unlike, our last episode was pretty intense.
It was.
And this one is more
Fun
and fresh.
fun and fresh.
Wild.
Welcome to a fun and fresh episode.
Woo!
Oh, wait, did you want to?
Oh, yes. Okay, guys. Today, this is episode 131, which is fully on Patreon and partially on our YouTube. So if you're on our YouTube, you'll be here for part of this fun experience. But if you want to see the whole fun experience, really live, laugh, love to the fullest, then you got to join our Patreon, which is $5 a month. So if that sounds good to you, because who doesn't want to live, laugh, love, join our Patreon, see the full episode and these wild Reddit stories, ladies and gentlemen, because last time they were intense.
It's so
Wait,
funny.
you guys are all wearing green?
Yeah, apparently.
What the heck? When does that happen? Never. I didn't get the memo.
Yikes,
I feel
Kat.
so left out.
Looks like you got to sync up.
Apparently.
Okay, let's jump into our his and laws. What's the high point and the low point of your week?
Okay, we'll start with something that I can think of. My high is that I feel as though my soul has re-entered my body. You know what I mean?
That's good.
Because I think it took a little vacay, little trip for a while because I was so busy and out of sorts for most of the summer. So, I was just I didn't really have a soul for a minute. Because it just felt like I was so survival moding, as we will call it. So now I feel like lately my soul has re-entered my body. I've started working on fun projects again. I started painting again and writing again. So it feels very, very well. I'm very happy about it.
Love it.
And let me think. My low is that last week I probably had some sort of mental breakdown about being sick. That'll be my low.
Oh my gosh. You have
As
been,
usual.
what was that, yesterday?
Yeah.
You were literally trying to film a video. She's just staring off into the distance.
No,
Like,
I
are you
was glitching
okay?
for a multitude of reasons.
What if I get sick?
No, it wasn't about that. Holy.
Okay.
My high and low
Ooh, let's
was
hear it.
that I did a cleanse
Oof.
this past week.
Not the cleanse.
Where I did no social media, no TV, YouTube,
Wait.
podcasts, anything.
Can I say she was telling me about this cleanse? We were driving home the other day, and she's like, "And I can't buy any extra cheese."
Why? You
It
can buy
was me.
extra cheese. I couldn't. No, I didn't. I wasn't in my cleanse. I couldn't have new cheese.
She had
Okay,
to stick with the
I had
cheese that
cheese
she
in
had.
my fridge that I needed to eat. But I was okay. The goal of the cleanse was to build discipline and to abstain from luxury items.
Like cheese.
And like cheese.
Cheese is a luxury
new
item.
cheese,
It sent
okay? Oh
me into space.
I love
it was
cheese
the
so much.
Wait, what new cheese did you want to get?
Any cheese.
Anything. Like if I was gonna make food, I couldn't or if I was gonna order food, I couldn't get anything with cheese, or I couldn't go get a nice wheel of brie.
Yeah.
Have it with crackers. Couldn't do it. 'Cause All you I already had had it. was my pepper jack and
Oh,
my
I hate
morning
pepper
bagel.
jack.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so yeah, the point of the cleanse was discipline, get my willpower back a little bit, just in general, so I could do things with my life more instead of just laying around like a leaf on the ground. And then also to reconnect with myself
Love
and my
to see it.
feelings. 'Cause I felt like I just kept ignoring myself and it was making me mentally ill.
Oh.
So
Classic.
my high was that I started exercising in the cleanse more and
to
it
see
was
it.
really great and made me feel better. But my low was just that I did a cleanse because it was so boring and horrible.
It
and
does sound
annoying.
a little boring.
And this is the thing for me. What I repress is anger and rage, right? So when I suddenly am not repressing, I'm just mad all day. And then I'm also mad because I can't watch TV. I
can't eat cheese.
I can't go on social media. What am I supposed to do? Rage, rage, rage. And so
Rage.
it was just really annoying. But I did express that rage
Oh, that's good.
and realize there was
my
some
gosh.
problems that I needed to deal with in my life.
Good for you.
It was good, but it was so annoying. I was so mad. Oh my gosh. So that was my low.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say this cleanse is interesting. I want to hear more about it. The takeaways. But
Has anyone else like
that's a good takeaway.
me in the fact where when anyone says they're going on a cleanse, you're like, wait, am I supposed to do that too?
No.
Every
No.
time Lauren's like cleansing, and I'm like, I don't have to cleanse.
no.
I don't have to cleanse. It's okay.
I feel like I did a lot of cleansing. I need a break.
Yeah.
But if you're in a place where you need it, it's really good.
Well,
it feels
yeah.
good.
I feel like in motherhood, you're not really like, I need to discipline
Sacrifice more.
myself to do things
my
I
gosh.
don't want to do.
I saw this-
It's like, I
yes.
think you're already doing
I saw
that.
this Instagram reel. I don't know if I sent it to you. Oh, I didn't because I think it had like a bad word. But it was like a very explicit song, but it was a good meaning. It was like how people wake up when they don't have kids, and it was like, it was like, get my coffee, go for a walk, and it was like journal, and then it was like how we wake up when they have kids, and they were like, and they like jumped out of bed, and their bed was like full of blocks. They were like, and I was like, yeah, because you usually wake up to the sound of someone crying or screaming. It's like very
Yeah.
startling.
I feel like
So,
that
yeah.
would throw off your nervous
Your life
system
just
a lot.
is a cleanse, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that leads really well into my low. Was Saturday. Oh man, that was just a day. Max described the day as a heaping pile of dung.
Oh my!
He's
I
like,
can't picture him saying
Why is
that.
a stage just a
can.
heaping pile of dung? Because everything just kept going wrong. We were late to everything we went to. I can't remember the boys. Oh, the boys were so fussy about everything. They didn't want to go in the high chair. They didn't want to go in the stroller. They didn't want to go in the car seat. Everything
typical
was just
man.
like they were so annoyed. Everything was a fight. We were just like at the end of the day, we were just like, we were so tired. But that also, and I was like, why did I plan something tonight? I planned a fall gathering with some friends.
Oh,
and
that was your aforementioned low from the other.
Yes. And I was like, this is horrible timing. But I will say, the good things from the fall gathering, I decorated my house, which I literally
Cute.
bought 3 pumpkins from Target.
Cute though.
And
It's
I
good.
put up a wreath and a scarecrow and
Love
a
to
little
see it.
like fall broom outside. You know, you ever see a
Love
fall
to
broom?
see it.
Anyway,
yeah. Yeah.
Gotta have a fall broom.
I don't love witches, but I like brooms. I think
Yeah.
they just have like a fall vibe.
I agree. Like the cinnamon brooms are
Yeah.
really fun.
So-
It's not for a witch. It's to sweep the
It's
leaves.
just sweep the place. Yeah.
it's to sweep the nation off its feet.
Yeah, that's that too. That's exactly why I bought
Sweep
it.
the children
nation.
off their feet.
Yeah, so I
in their
decorated
high
for
chairs.
fall. I made pumpkin bread and I made apple cider, and I filled some jars with candy corn. And it was just
I love to
fall
see
was
it.
living in my home. And to this day, well, I mean, I have the apple cider in my fridge, and I still have all the decorations.
I love
this
it. To this day, guys.
It was like 5 days ago. But
I
still.
have apple cider too. It's so good.
I feel like I
Oh
should
my
get apple
gosh, it's
cider.
so good.
Just like cold apple cider.
Yeah.
It's so
But
good.
I
why I
made it.
don't
Okay, but
like
I
it.
made it like
Do you like
Mom
apple
did.
juice?
Remember?
Oh yeah, in the crock
Yeah,
pot
I
with
put it in the crock
cinnamon.
pot
No.
with cinnamon sticks, cloves, and orange slices.
That's
it's
good for
really
like
good.
one night.
Yeah, it
but
was for like
daily
a fun
use.
thing.
Yeah, it's gotta be the
but then
couple
it was like I
moments
left the
in
stuff
time.
in, and it was way too spicy. I was like, I was like, Max, you want to try it? And he was like, whoa. He likes spicy stuff, but he was like, this is too much. So yeah.
So what's up with you,
No.
Christina?
Okay.
Is that both of us?
Okay, let's see. High is that I keep having good moments where I'm like nailing the 2 schedule, 2 children situation because it's a
Love
lot of planning, a lot of
That is a
strategizing.
situation.
So I'm like, okay, who's napping when? How am I getting Barrett with 0 hands? That's the hard part. What am I doing here? How do I plan this? Blah, 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 whatever. And I've had a lot of really good moments, a lot of really good mornings. Shockingly. Are you ready? She's grabbing
She's
the
grabbing
mic.
the mic. She's like, let me talk, Mom.
Yeah, I've had a lot of really good mornings this week where I didn't have the one you just said.
Heaping pile of dung. Yeah.
I know it well. I've had a lot of good mornings of not having that, which was good.
Love
Not
to
the
see
real
it.
you said. Where I am getting coffee. I mean, it's like 10 minutes, but
You drink coffee.
decaf.
Oh, okay.
I literally pour this much.
It's
of
like
the
a
cup.
placebo.
Yeah.
It's just
it's
the
a
taste.
ritual.
And
It's
then
a
Barrett's
ritual.
like, I want
I
coffee.
love the morning.
It's just the
Barrett
taste.
coffee.
Yeah. So good mornings, which is amazing. Yeah, Barrett asks me for coffee every day, and I put. Sometimes I give him chocolate milk, and it's coffee. Or I just do milk, and I'm like, "Here's your coffee." It's every day.
cute.
Barrett coffee. I'm like, "Okay, here's your coffee." What's my low? I feel like I actually don't have a low.
Wow. We love to see it
Christina,
postpartum.
you deserve it.
You deserve
Thank
it.
You had
you.
way too
I had
many
many a
lows.
low
You
last
deserve it.
postpartum.
in 2020. I had many a low. first time, postpartum depression, birth trauma. It's just a lot. It's just a bundle.
Yeah.
My child just went.
Who was it?
Can you tell?
I think
Leo?
no, that's Dom. I think
Dom?
that's Dom. Yeah.
No idea.
Leo doesn't really do that. Leo actually goes. I can't even do it as high. It literally sounds like a tea kettle.
Oh,
really high pitched
yeah.
scream. Dom's is a little lower. No. I think he's excited about something. He does that when he's
Cute.
excited.
Okay, well, there's your insight into our weeks. Let's do our perspectives on a question. We each can give our 5 pops, but now it's our 4 pops right now. Lisa will be back. As soon as she's able to, she'll be back. When do you put up your Christmas tree?
Oh, I usually get mine. It's a dance because
It's a
if you-
dance.
I like a real tree, and
never
which
mind.
I hate the mess. But the real tree, if you get it too early, it gets really crisp and like crunchy
Gross.
and just dead. I mean, it
Wait,
already
Lisa
does.
drinks the
smelling
water.
weird.
Yeah, it's not weird. Oh yeah, wait, Lisa drank the water when she was
As
little.
a child.
Yes,
She
as
was
a
a
child,
kid,
Lisa drank
guys.
Christmas tree water. What a wild time.
Yeah, Lauren
so-
climbed our karate bell.
Early December. I would
chump
say like maybe a week or 2 after Thanksgiving. Max, it was so funny. Last year, Max and I literally had 2.5-month-old babies, and we were like kind of in survival mode. So we just went over to Lowe's, which was like 10 minutes away. We were like, let's get a tree. We just grabbed something. We like, oh, we got a tree.
Cute.
It took us so long to put it up and so long to decorate it because we had the babies.
I can
like
see that.
weeks. We probably got it up like a week before Christmas. It was just sitting in our house, or like decorated. But yeah, this year's gonna be better. I mean, we'll have toddlers
wait.
trying to knock the tree over.
When do you put it up?
Like a week after Thanksgiving.
Okay. I realized my answer. I put it up
Also, we have a fake tree. But I mean
after.
you.
Yeah, I have a
They have a
fake
very
tree
iconic tree.
that lives a long life.
It's a very long and illustrious
Which
life.
kind of adds to this question, though, the reason why it's long life. When I put it up after Thanksgiving, whatever weekend I actually will do it,
Yeah.
then that's when I put it
Last
up.
year, your boyfriend was in town for Thanksgiving, so we put it up the day after Thanksgiving. That was so
That's
fun.
great.
That's
That
so
was
cute.
great
You're
nice.
chill.
So it's like, I'll take it down when I actually do it.
When I get around to it, which
When
was,
I get
did
to
it
it.
because you wanted to be down before something happened. I don't know.
Easter.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Like,
what.
this is too far.
That's the thing. But yeah.
I probably will try to put it up soon after Thanksgiving.
Because it's a fake tree and it's a big
Yeah.
fake tree. So
But it's hard to get it
wrangle.
out of that closet. Like,
Yeah, it is.
It's so heavy.
It's a process to get it up.
It is.
Wow. What did? Oh, because you have
We
the same
have-
tree.
we-
Okay.
yeah.
You don't
So
even
you're
have
like
a tree.
at
You
the
have no
mercy.
answer.
I have no answer. I am her henchman.
Would you want to put up a tree?
Yes,
Yeah, when
I
would
would put
you?
it up like right after Thanksgiving.
Oh,
if
yeah.
I had a
Wait,
fake
but
tree,
you
like
do
the
it
day
really
Be
after
up at
fake.
the crack of the dawn. Bam, bam,
Wait,
bam.
are you guys team real
For
or
sure.
fake? Lauren's
Fake.
team fake or
fake?
Okay.
Fake.
I have a fake, but,
But-
I'm more team real.
Okay.
Team real.
Fake right now for aesthetic purposes, but I feel like if you have like a family, it's fun to
The
get a real
tradition.
one
Yeah.
and do all
You know,
that.
I feel like a fake bigger tree and then a real smaller tree.
I'm thinking of doing that this
Okay.
year. Get a small, real
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
it's
it just stinks
fun.
because like cleaning up the needles is such
It's so annoying.
we had to sweep them so many times because they kept falling. I was like, it's kind of annoying, but the smell is nice. You walk into your door and you smell the pine.
Yeah, I want that.
yeah, that's
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, so mine is everyone has like an idea of like when Christmas begins, right?
Oh yeah.
So mine is the day after
when Christmas comes to
Thanksgiving.
town.
Me too.
when it begins.
love
That is my official start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to wait
It's
until
like 8 p.m. Thanksgiving night.
When
It's
we
Christmas.
put on what is
Yes,
that? The little
Santa
drummer
Tell
after
boy.
we finish dinner.
And we do little drummer boy and Santa Tell Me.
Max would be so annoyed if we listened to Christmas music or did anything before Thanksgiving. He'd be like, no. So I'm like, I've secretly listened to it in my car if I want to. No, he would be like, oh,
You know,
it's not Christmas.
I listen to Santa Tell Me
Year round.
on my run sometimes.
It's so good.
No,
it
no,
just
no.
hits. I'm like,
It feels,
Santa
it
Tell
feels
Me.
wrong to me though.
No,
I'm
Santa
like,
Tell Me
God,
is year round, and so is All I Want for Christmas is You by Vince Vance
I
and the
can't get
Valiants.
into it.
Those are
Yeah.
year round
No,
songs.
I can't do that. It's got to be at least winter time.
No.
Like November, I might start. getting in the
July,
mood.
you hear I'm Santa Tell Me all the way.
Okay, well, this is a good segue. Speaking of meals,
Ooh.
as we just talked about Thanksgiving meal,
Love a meal.
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're saying.
Oh, speaking of meals, I would like to bring up our sponsor, who we love,
We
love
stand.
Stand.
Green Chef.
Ooh, Green Chef.
I made a meal I'll never forget.
Never.
I talked about it the last time we talked about this though, but
Same.
I will
Was
literally
it the sage,
never.
rosemary,
The truffle one?
truffle. Oh,
Guys, I dream about this meal.
Oh my god.
Okay, before if you guys don't know what it is, then we just need to get into it so you're not like, why are they raving about something I don't know what they're talking about?
Here's what we're talking
You
about.
probably do though. Green Chef is a CCOF certified meal kit company. They make eating well easy with plans to fit every lifestyle.
They do.
So you go and you like choose like which lifestyle you are, like keto, gluten-free, balanced, whatever you want to do, select it. And then they send, it's an organic one, by the way, it's organic. They send the box
Don't panic.
to your door.
Their
And
ingredients
it's got-
are so good.
It's got the whole, all the ingredients for your meal, like already in one bag. So it takes all the things that are really stressful to me, especially like as a mom, but it's like literally anyone. It's tiring to choose meals, to shop make your grocery list, shop.
It is.
To measure. I hate the measuring part. I just hate it. Measure everything.
I hate measuring.
You're like, it's the end of the day and you're like tired and you're like, this makes it so like you don't have to.
You don't have to do all that thinking.
You just like, boom, here's the bag, chop, 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 cook, follow the instructions are right there in front of you. It's not like, where'd my recipe go? Me when I'm trying to cook. It's just right there. It's great. You can play the Cimorelli podcast the whole time. You don't have to keep checking your phone for what the ingredients are. That annoys me when I'm trying. When I'm cooking, I'm trying to listen to something or watch something, and then I have to like keep going back.
I hate that.
To Pinterest.
Yeah. And I will say Green Chef really has broadened my horizons of cooking. Like their meals are so easy and good and delish, but easy and stress-free. And me saying stress-free is a wild thing to say. They've made me actually want to cook and start cooking. So thank you, Green Chef, for that. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, it's wildly, I would say,
Iconic.
Convenient is the number one word. Delicious, iconic. But I'm telling you guys, it's like
Delightful.
it was like a restaurant meal. Like I
Literally.
can't
So
get over it.
good. Guys, like we're very passionate
Yeah,
about
it's
food.
amazing for like stress relief in your week,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and also trying new foods. It's just awesome.
We love to see it.
Anyone else have anything to add? You want to say?
I think my box should be here really soon, and I'm
Me
excited.
too.
I'm dying
Because I want to
dying.
do an at-home date night with Max, and it's always fun to like
that's
make
a
a meal.
fun idea.
You know?
And you always know they're going to hit so well.
Oh yeah,
You can trust.
they're so
trust. Unlike lying men.
I have loved every single meal, and I've tried many of their meals. They're always really
Love
good.
to see it.
So if you guys want to give it a try and you want a deal, we got a deal for you.
love a
Go
deal.
to greenchef.com/Cimorelli135 and use code Cimorelli135 to get $135 off across 5 boxes, and your first box ships free.
We stand.
So Cimorelli135. We're going to have it all linked in the description. Use our code Cimorelli135, Cimorelli, duh, and check it out. See if it makes your life a million times better.
It will.
Probably will. And let us know. Let us know in the comments if you've been trying some of the meals and what your fave was. I want to hear about it, guys. Because we
Literally.
probably tried some of the same meals, which would be fun.
Oh my God.
If you have
If
that
you know
one,
about the pork one,
you know.
Oh, the pork.
if you know.
Your life will be changed.
Loved it.
Okay, so now I did not do this last time. You guys
was
did this,
so
I'm really
fun.
excited because I haven't done it.
So
which
you will
is
die.
reacting to
Yes.
Yeah.
crazy. Is it reacting to crazy Reddit stories? So
Yes.
Basically, yeah. That's
Okay.
what the last one
I'm
was.
curious.
All right.
You're going to die.
So Lauren's
Kristen.
gonna read a Reddit story, and we're gonna give our pops. If you know
Yeah.
what Reddit is, it's like a website where people like
It's like a forum.
kind
Yeah.
of come alive.
And this is a subreddit where people basically say something that happened.
I don't know what you said.
I was gonna finish it, and then you started talking, so I was like, it just sounded, I was gonna say
Where people come
Reddit is a place
alive.
where people come alive and like tell their darkest, like their deepest secrets.
Oh,
and,
where they're
like,
like inner.
and they like scathe people
I'm
alive.
so scared of Reddit.
What they're doing on this specific one, though, is they're telling a story and they're saying, am I wrong for
Am
this?
I in the wrong?
They're asking everyone's opinion.
Guys, I ask
like,
myself this
who's
every day.
wrong?
Am I wrong?
You do. And I'm like, no, you're not wrong. What are you talking about? So we're going to read this with the lens of
Am I
Am
wrong?
I-
Are they in the wrong? We're
the
going to
wrong?
say if they're in the wrong or
them
not.
or the other guy.
Okay.
So
I'm ready. Hit me.
here's the first one.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Here's the title of the post. Am I wrong for walking out of the airport when I saw my husband's mom standing there with her luggage?
Oh!
What?
I, female 30, don't have the best relationship with my husband's mom. Since one day she tried to make remarks and compare me to her, question mark, period.
Ooh,
She
absolutely
then tried to get on my good side and started overly praising everything I do and sometimes even copying me. Like that one time when she literally dyed her hair purple, just like mine. And when everyone pointed out how ridiculous she looked, she actually blamed me and accused me of trying to make a joke out of her. So anyways, my husband and I took 2 weeks off work to go visit some places out of the country. Tourism, in other words. This
person has a flair for writing.
Thing is,
They do.
yeah, a lot of typos in here too. Thing is, I was the one who saved up and arranged for the trip.
Oh,
My
girl.
husband was responsible for booking the tickets. In
Oh,
parentheses.
no.
My husband's mom wanted to come along and threw temper tantrums when I said no. She called, texted, sent people to talk me into letting her come, even threatened to call the police and make some complaint up to get
Is
us
this
to stay.
real?
To get us to stay if she can't come.
Oh my gosh.
My husband said we should just take her, but I
No.
told him he was wrong to tell her about the trip in the first place.
Yeah.
He gave me an ultimatum, said he wouldn't go if she can't come, and I told him I'd gladly call his bluff, which made him take his words back and say, fine, I will tell her to stop it, because we won't take her. Okay. Things got quieter, suspiciously quieter.
No, not the suspicion.
The day of the trip came. We got to the airport at 2 p.m. My husband was walking ahead of me and was looking
2
left and
p.m.
right like he was looking for someone. I asked him, but he didn't respond. Okay, she's like, you looking for someone?
He's like,
He led me to the waiting area, and first thing I saw was his mom standing there with her luggage. I froze in my spot. I felt
Are
a
you
cold
kidding me?
wave washing over me.
I would.
That's interesting. I never felt a cold wave. It's usually a warm wave. I was fuming inside. She and my husband were hugging. That's when I quietly turned around and started walking towards the exit.
Good.
Yes, girl.
Wait. My husband followed me while shouting at me to stop. He tried to stop me, but I told him off in the harshest way possible. He tried to say I was
As you
overreacting and that his mom was there anyway. And I should just let it go and not mess the trip up for us. I told him he and his mom could still go and that I was going home. I went home and sobbed into my dog's fur for several minutes.
Oh my God. Don't cry into the dog. There's germs.
Turns out he booked her a ticket without me knowing. An hour later, he came home yelling and raging about how pathetic and spiteful I was to walk out and go home and ruin the trip last minute. I told him he caused this to happen. He said that I was being so hard on his mom. It's ridiculous. I refused to fight anymore, but he kept on berating me and then called my family to tell them that the trip was canceled and that it was because of me. My family said that I shouldn't have ruined it for myself and should have sucked it up and done my best to enjoy. Did I overreact?
no. Gotta put your foot down.
You have to.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, if his mom was so, like, wild and being
Rude.
like, copied her dyeing her hair and then was like, you did this to make a fool out of me or something. It's like, it wasn't going to be a good trip anyway.
Okay, she has a bad case of the grab hands.
Yes.
Her mother, so it's her mother-in-law, right?
Yes.
Her mother-in-law is crazy, has no respect for any boundaries whatsoever. So you just had to put down a hard one.
Yeah,
there.
that just
And her
sucks
husband
though.
doesn't either.
Because she saved up for the trip, did all the arrangements, and then didn't even get to go. And then he's yelling at her, you ruined the trip.
I'm
They
scared
got
of her
some
husband.
deep issues.
I'm
He
really
literally
scared of my
lied to her.
husband.
He said, okay, I'll take care
And
of
then
it.
he comes home and yells
and then he got
at
mad
her.
at her for not being happy about it.
You can't surprise him at the airport. What do you think is going to...
Okay, you guys got some real problems
You
in your
got some-
marriage.
Yeah,
you gotta,
I would say
you gotta talk about.
You got to work some
it
things
was
out.
probably necessary for you to, not that
Put down a
is
firm
watching,
boundary.
but it was necessary for her to leave
I
because
agree.
he clearly wasn't listening when she just said words. She had to take an action.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Not
You
respect
listen
her
now.
And then her
I can't just do
family
that.
being not backing her, absolutely not.
I've seen so much stuff like this in my like baby groups I'm in. They talk
We
about
should read
mother-in-law, and they're like,
We should.
like, I told my mother-in-law she couldn't come over this week. Because it's like they have a newborn baby. I told her she couldn't come over. I wanted to like rest, and she can come over in the weekend. And then it's like the mother-in-law came over anyway. And it's like, I told my mother-in-law not to kiss my baby. She's a newborn baby. Don't kiss her on the face. Wait until she's older. She came over and kissed her anyway. I told them this. I told them that. Oh, I see a bunch where the
Absolutely
mother-in-law
not.
feeds them something, feeds the newborn like some mashed potatoes.
Ew.
And then
That's
it's like,
really
my
scary.
kid was throwing up, or my kid had all these stomach problems.
That's scary.
Because the mother-in-law didn't listen specifically when she said, oh, I can't. So like, I can't wait to like let her try this. She's like, no, you can't do that. And then they did it anyway.
Absolutely not.
So what's with all these mothers?
I got a great mother-in-law.
A lot of these stories are mother-in-law things,
They like have their son and they're like, oh, this is my son and I'm gonna not respect his wife. I don't know. It's kind of confusing.
It's a lot.
No.
I can't hear.
So you're not in the wrong.
You're not in the wrong.
In
We've
our
declared
opinion.
it.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next one titled, Am I wrong for canceling Mother's Day celebration that I arranged for my wife after hearing what she told my son?
Wait,
Intrigued.
I'm gonna give her to Catherine while I put on the
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
carrier. So continue.
Okay. All right. I, male 37, okay, have a 13-year-old son.
Cute.
I was a widower when I met my now wife.
Oh, okay.
She has a 16-year-old daughter from another relationship. The family is often on pretty good terms. My son is the quiet one in the house. He keeps to himself a lot, but not to the point of being concerning. Okay.
Interesting to add.
My wife and stepdaughter are the complete opposite, with no E on the end. They both encourage him to be outgoing and share activities and join gatherings with the extended family. My son complained about having to be forced out of his comfort zone and having his need for space invalidated. I spoke to both my wife and stepdaughter and asked them to give him space and freedom to spend his time however he wanted. They apologized and promised to let him be. Great. Love to see it. As Mother's Day was approaching, I wanted to throw my wife a surprise Mother's Day celebration. It was no longer a surprise because my stepdaughter gave her the heads up so she could prepare.
Oh my gosh.
Yesterday, I got off work earlier than usual to get final arrangements done. We planned to celebrate at the restaurant and invited her family there. I had the key to the house. I had the key, and while I was entering the house through the front door, I overheard my wife and stepdaughter talking to my son. My wife was asking my son if he could convince me to let him stay home and not go with them to the restaurant to celebrate.
Wait, my what?
My wife was
And her
trying to
daughter.
get the son to convince the dad to not go to the celebration. So
son
they're
not
like,
go?
yeah. So
She
they're
didn't
like,
want the son
can
there.
you try to convince your dad? Tell him you don't want to go to the celebration. Okay.
Did he not want to go?
Well, let's see.
So confused.
Okay. I paused and decided to keep listening. Classic. My son
Gotta.
said why, and she told him that his introverted and socially inept attitude will make her family uncomfortable and will ruin the mood.
That's so mean.
He promised her that he'd be well behaved and would try to interact and socialize with
I'm
everyone.
crying.
So sad. That is so sad.
Oh,
I
this
can't.
makes you want to cry.
But
That's so
she
sad.
said she wasn't buying it.
Absolutely not.
He kept reassuring her, but she snapped and told him that technically she's not his mom, so she didn't get why he wanted to celebrate Mother's Day with her so badly.
His mom is also deceased, as it says. He said he's a widower.
Gosh,
Yeah.
This woman.
My
can't.
stepdaughter threw some, I don't remember, backhanded comment, and then both of them were shocked to see me standing there. Both were staring without saying anything. I told my son and his stepsister to go to their rooms, and I told my wife that the celebration was off, canceled. She tried to argue, asking why repeatedly, and I told her why. She tried to explain that she didn't mean it like that, and that was the only part of the conversation I heard, but not all of it. I told her I was done arguing and the decision was already made. She yelled, asking what she was going to tell her family, and said that I was making a tremendous mistake towards her. I ignored her while she kept throwing tantrum after tantrum. People love using that word. Early this morning, she took my stepdaughter and went to stay with her folks. Not a single call or text so far from her. Situation is full of tension. I'm upset still, but more hurt, to be honest. I mean, yes, I did say I was going to have this celebration, but I thought that what she said to my son was way too harsh to ignore.
It was completely unacceptable.
That
You
is so sad.
definitely should have canceled.
Poor baby.
I'm going to
that
cry.
little
That
boy.
poor boy.
I'm confused about how they got. Yeah, I'm so confused. How did they get to this place where you're married, but your wife is rude to your son? How do you
Yeah.
even get to that
Yeah.
place?
Well, yeah, it's like, it sounds like the son hasn't really been around the stepmom's family much, and it's been a few years, and she's like, oh, your socially inept attitude will ruin the mood. But I'm like, if you guys are all so outgoing, he's probably just gonna go under the radar.
He's just gonna be a quiet
because you're
person
probably
and
blah blah
chilling.
blahing the whole time.
Yeah.
So
What?
And this is literally a Mother's Day
Like, I don't get it.
celebration. You know, it's part of Mother's Day is accepting your husband's son.
And that's probably a hard
You're a
day for
stepson.
him.
Yeah.
Because his mom is dead.
Right. That's your stepson
it's like,
who lost his mom. Like, have a little
That is
compassion,
horrible.
lady.
Absolutely
Yeah.
horrible.
The
It's
fact that
just
she
so
said this when
weird.
the husband wasn't there, it's like, what else did she say to your son when?
Yeah.
Like, she's like it sounds like she's like the real life stepmother from Cinderella.
Thanks for listening to the Cimorelli podcast. To hear the rest of this episode, join our Patreon at patreon.com/Cimorelli, where we post every episode in full. You can also watch all of our past seasons and Patreon-only episodes when you become a patron.
You've been listening to the Cimorelli podcast. Follow Cimorelli on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find Cimorelli on Facebook and Instagram.